still the safest by mile at this stage.
It's the most popular weed killer in Australian homes and farms. Now, a World Health Organization report has found it probably causes cancer.
We looked at all the literature in the world and did a very systematic look at all the literature to make sure that we included all the studies, that we could really tell what had happened.
Professor Lynn Fritchie works at the School of Public Health at Curtin University. She's also part of the World Health Organization's International Agency for Research on Cancer. Professor Fritchie joined 16 other world experts in Europe to pore over existing peer-reviewed studies, then make an assessment. At issue is the chemical compound glyphosate.
Glyphosate was classified as a probable carcinogen because there's good evidence in mice that giving mice glyphosate increases their risk of cancer.
Glyphosate was invented over 40 years ago by chemical giant Monsanto, who today rubbished the findings of the IARC report.
There is no new data here. The limited data that IARC looked at has been reviewed by other scientists and regulatory agencies.
Monsanto won infamy as the manufacturer of Agent Orange in the 1960s, the defoliant used in Vietnam by the US Army that left thousands with long-term health problems. Today, the company said the claim that its weed killer and herbicide can cause non-Hodgkin lymphoma was irresponsible and disproven by government regulators across the world.
Most recently, the German government did this for the European Union in January of 2015, and they concluded that glyphosate does not pose a cancer risk to humans.
The company has even posted its own interviews with farmers singing the praises of Roundup.
Obviously, as a Roundup point of view, we kill all the grasses, we kill all the broadleaf. It's fantastic.
South Australian grain grower Mark Jaich has used glyphosates on his farm for nearly 30 years. So, is he worried?
I mean, you can still buy Roundup at Woolies and put it in your grocery, so, you know, I mean, we're qualified to use it. I mean, no offence, you'll probably not, but you can buy it and still use it on the garden. So, yeah, I don't think it's a big concern.
Yet, Professor Fritchie and her team determined that unlike less dangerous chemicals that possibly cause cancer, glyphosates probably do.
We should be looking at certainly controlling use and certainly making sure that people aren't exposed any more than they have to be.
In Australia, over 750 herbicides listed as an ingredient. Since its release in the 1970s, Roundup has become the #1 weed killer in Australia's $1.5 billion herbicidal industry. It's also the #1 seller all around the world. What farmers and home gardeners everywhere want to know now is it safe to use?
All the other data, comprehensive, independent scientific data, has proven these products are safe to be on the market.
Matthew Cossey heads CropLife, a lobby group for the agricultural chemical industry. He's joined Monsanto in rubbishing this report.
Considering that it's misleading and can be misconstrued and can unnecessarily concern people, then I think there should have been serious consideration about this report being released.
I think their attack is unfortunate, ill-warranted and unfair.
University of New South Wales Professor Bernard Stewart backs Professor Fritchie and the IARC study, saying Monsanto was attacking good science and overreacting for fear consumers will stop using Roundup.
In my view, first of all, they have nothing to worry about, so long as they have used it, like all pesticides, in accordance with the instructions on the pack.
For her part, Professor Fritchie is standing by her study.
I think the panel looked at the evidence that was there really well and came up with the only conclusion that was possible.
You don't drink or bathe in it, you're going to be fine.
Monsanto say all labelled uses for glyphosate are safe for human health. You can find its statement and more on our website. There's nothing more frustrating on the